Our next story takes us back to history again, but not ancient history, back to something that most of us remember, the Great Flood of 1993. You revisit some of the areas that were affected, you'd never know today that they were in the middle of a disaster, or that one town was almost washed away.
It's called the Big Muddy, which is a good name for it. For more than 2,000 miles, from the Dakotas to the Mississippi, the Missouri River sprawls and winds with a mind of its own through land shaped by the Great Continental Glacier, which once covered much of North America. For centuries, it has been a highway for native hunters, European explorers and fur traders, homesteaders and rivermen. The Katy Trail follows the Missouri all the way from St. Charles, near St. Louis, to Boonville, where the river turns north and the trail south. The Missouri is an unpredictable, stubborn river, resisting human efforts to control its restless riverbed, which over the past 2 centuries has left some river towns dry, stranded from its banks, and others washed from the earth. The river is a source of fun and relaxation. It also does not hesitate to deliver pain and loss, and the people who live along the Katy understand its moods and its power. In 1993, the worst flood in 500 years swamped towns and broke hearts. The people of Hartsburg, Missouri understand why other towns might give up. It's just that they decided to dig in and stay put.
Water everywhere, and through the water you could see rooftops. And people were boating to the rooftops, but there was water everywhere, and all you could see were the rooftops of the buildings. It was just, it was awful.
There was more water in the community than it has ever seen in its town's history. But the people pulled together, they all rebuilt, completely rebuilt their houses, and as you can see, everybody's having a good time today for this Pumpkin Fest.
Dress in style, go hog wild in the middle of my youth. Son of a gun, we're gonna have big fun on the bayou.
The annual Pumpkin Fest is a symbol of rebirth for Hartsburg. Every year, thousands of visitors drop by to celebrate the turn of fall in the little town that loves the river, but will fight it to the teeth if it stands in the way of business as usual.
I might add that as soon as this Pumpkin Fest is over with, we're going to start planning for our annual chili supper masquerade party for the whole community.
On Sunday morning, if people will walk the streets going to church carrying their Bible and thank the church, you don't see that often in a big city. I mean, it's kind of unique.
The Christian atmosphere we have here, I think that's the biggest thing of all, that it's a great Christian community, and that atmosphere that everybody has a love for one another.
We have a Legion post down here that a lot of the men and ladies belong to, Legion and Auxiliary. They have, you don't find, we have a nice memorial service down here. I mean, they walk up the hill, just like they march up the hill. They do the firing squad, they do the wreaths. You don't see that in other communities for a population of 118 people here.
Leave Hartsburg for higher ground? Hell no.
Never. There was never a chance, in my opinion, that this town would ever pack up. It's not the type of people they are. They're here to stay, and a lot of the people in this community have been here for years. Their children were here, their fathers, their mothers, their grandparents.
People care about each other. We work together. Sometimes we may have our differences, but it's something we work it out and just keep right on going. There's nothing that you couldn't ask if somebody needed some help. Somebody would jump out and help them. I'll tell you that for sure.
People helping people. We're here to stay.
You'll never miss the home folks until you're gone.